Hello everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast as part of the Quail N Crux. This audio podcast as part of the Ricochet and Ruckus. This audio podcast as part of the Bedlam Labostix. This audio podcast as part of the Shitstorm Squadron, and this audio podcast as part of a ZtormLabostix production. Through this audio podcast today, a look at Huntington's pathology. So wild-type Huntington's or Huntington's disease uh, protein is a is broadly expressed in human tissues, including amongst the nervous system, the liver, and in amongst male and in amongst male organs. The Huntington's protein is or Huntington's disease protein is conserved amongst vertebrae and predicted to form an elongated super helical solenoid structure composed of Huntington's elongator factor 3, factor 3, and in around and around and in around tau and around TOR1 or TOR1. This is sort of acronymed, abbreviated as HEAT. Um, and the repeats are mediating sort of cellular functions such as intercellular trafficking, vesicle transport, and signal transduction. Huntington's disease functions as a critical multifunctional scaffold protein that is sort of ubiquitously sort of expressed and enriched in amongst the brain, in amongst the brain, where it contributes to the neuronal integrity and cellular homeostasis. The mutation of Huntington's protein or Huntington's disease protein leads to disruptions and function due to the expanded polyglutamine tract. The expanding polyglutamine causes Huntington's protein to adopt multiple conformations, many of which are toxic or can be toxic due to altered interactions such as post-translational modifications. The, the Huntington's protein also interacts with over around 350 binding partners and is involved in numerous cellular processes such as vesicle trafficking, endocytosis, cellular adhesion, metabolism, transcription, RNA processing, and protein turnover. The amino acid repeat length the amino acid repeat length variation also contributes to the difference in HD prevalence again across ethnic groups or ethnicities. Just to also say here that wild type Huntington's disease protein is broadly expressed in human tissues, including the nervous system, again, and in amongst the nervous system, and additionally, where whilst there are sort of aggregates And whilst there are aggregates that are hallmarked for Huntington's, the precise role in the toxicity is debated, with some research suggesting that 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 some of the genetics might be protective by sequestering toxic soluble entities or aspects additionally. So that draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of the Quail and Crux. This audio podcast as part of the Ricochet and Ruckus. This audio podcast as part of the Shitstorm Squadron, and this audio podcast as part of the Bedlam Labostics, and as part of this audio podcast as part of a ZtormLabostix production.